Hello again. So this is a video to help you understand what you need to do for the stoichiometry review that is in day 42. So this is the pHet colorado.edu simulation. I want you to start with the introduction just to familiarize yourself with what's going on. The first thing you need to know is that these all have zeros in front of them. And we know that normally when there's no coefficient, that means 1. But in this case, you do have to put 1 in each box just to get something to show up. So know that normally when you were writing these out, you would not put a 1. You just leave it blank. Just like no subscript means 1, no coefficient means 1. So once you have put in 1, notice that there's a couple of different things that you can use. So no tools means there's nothing there to help you see, but you can use a scale, and that will help you to see that they are unbalanced. You also can use the graph that will show you that it's unbalanced because it's got a line through the equal sign, and then it shows you that you've got 2 and 2, and then you've got 1 and 3. So that's not going to work. So what you're going to do is change the coefficient to increase the number of molecules until you get a balance. So we know we've got 2 nitrogens over here, so we're going to need at least 2 here. And then that gives us 6 hydrogens. But look how easy it is to get 6 hydrogens over here because 3 times 2 is 6. And then I know I've got it right because the smiley face popped up, the equal sign popped up. If you're using the balance, it is now balanced, and it gives you the smiley face, and it lets you know that you are ready to go. Okay, so that is how you make ammonia. That is the reaction that creates ammonia. All right, so now we're going to try to separate water. So again, you've got to put 1 in each one just to even see where you're at. Now that I see that, I can tell that I've got 2 oxygens over here, and I need 2 oxygens over here. But then that gives me 4 hydrogens. So then if I put a 2 here, 2 times 2 is 4. And again, happy, everything's balanced, wonderful. All right, next up is combustion. We're going to combust methane. We're going to burn methane. So CH4 is methane, and then we know nothing burns without oxygen present. And the combustion reaction always produces carbon dioxide and water. Now, it's unbalanced. The carbon is balanced, but nothing else is. So I prefer this one if we're going to use a tool. So we've got to look and see. So the first thing I see is that we've got this 4 hydrogens over here and only 2 over here. So if I put a 2 here, that's going to do 2 times 2 is 4 hydrogens, and that gives me the 4 hydrogens. We've got 1 carbon, 1 carbon. So the only thing that's not balanced is the oxygen. I've got 4 oxygens over here. Here I have O2, so 2 times 2, oops, 2 times 2 is 4, so that's balanced. All right, so that's the end of the instruction page. So once you're done with that, underneath my little sharing the screen thing is the game. So you can click on the game now. Now, I am not going to walk you through this whole thing. So the instructions are for you to complete 1 level. If you feel like this has been super easy, go ahead and start on level 2. And my help, I'm only going to help level 1 people. So you're on your own if you decide to do level 2. If you decide to do level 2, please screenshot your score sheet at the end, and no matter how you did, you'll get a grade for doing it as long as you put in some effort and tried. Know that it'll give you the answer and give you help when you try again. So okay, you also can try level 3 if you really want to challenge yourself, but know that it's tough. But for the folks that really need help, I really would suggest level 1. So level 1 is where I'm going to start. So we have, again, you've got to put in 1 of each thing to be able to even see what you've got in here. Now, we've got 1 sulfur, 1 sulfur. So that's not what we need. Right now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 oxygens on our product side. So if I go up 1 here, I'm now going to have 6 oxygens on my product side and 2 sulfurs. So I've got to bump this up 1 so that I now have 2 sulfurs on that side. Well, now how many oxygens do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the reactants. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the products. So I think I'm right. So I'm going to click check. And I know that it's balanced. If you're wrong, it'll pop up with a thing that says to try again. And it'll also show you what you got wrong. So when you try again, you can get it right. So then we're going to hit next. All right, I'm going to do one more for you. Then I want you to try number 3 on your own. You're going to screenshot number 3 for me. And then extra credit if you do number 4 and number 5 and screenshot that final screen. But at the very least, if you're watching this video and you're not doing level 2 all the way through and screenshotting that, you're not doing level 3 all the way through and screenshotting that, you're going to do level 1, I at least need you to do number 3 on your own. Okay, so this is the last one I'm doing for you. So we know we need to put one of each thing in there just to see what molecules we've got. All right, we've got 2 oxygens over here, but only 1 over here. So we're going to bump that up to 2. Now that gives us 4 nitrogens. It's easy enough. 2 times 2 is 4. So let me check before I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 2 and 2. Check. I got it. Okay. So now you should have those 2 because you followed along. Now I want you to do this one on your own. So don't forget that you've got to put 1 of each thing in there so that you can even count. Figure out what needs to change. Fix it. Click check. Take a screenshot. Send that to me. Okay, so I did not solve the rest of them. I just clicked through them. And as you can see, this was my score. So this would be what you screenshot. If you decide to do number 3, screenshot that, and then you decide to go ahead and do 4 and 5, this is the last screen that I want you to screenshot for me. If all you do is number 3, you need to screenshot that for me. But send me this screen. If you do level 2 or level 3, then you need to screenshot this screen for whatever level you do. Now, I would recommend that if you get this bad of a score, do it again and use those try again. So I'm going to show you on level 2 what I mean. So I know that's going to be wrong because the rest of those are zeros. So notice how it says show why when you're wrong. So when you get it wrong the first time, you can see the fact that, okay, like I've got all these zeros, like it's not equal, it's not balanced. I can try again. Okay, well, maybe if I do this, now I know this isn't right, but I want to show you what happens. And again, it's wrong, but at this point, you've lost all your chance to get the points. Show the answer. You can see what the answer is. Maybe you write it down so that you can go back and do it again. And then at the very end, you'll get that same shot. Okay, and you can click start over and get a better score. Okay, so that's all you have to do for this part. Make sure you go back into the folder and do everything in the day 42 folder before you call it good for the day. But otherwise, if you're finished, great. Have a lovely day. Make good decisions.